Arnies Restaurant in Mukilteo is being sold to the Lombardi group. We'll still have the Arnies in Edmond, so that's good.
Yes.
For me, here's let me set this up for you. So I think all of us have these places where we have memories.
Mm-hmm.
And the restaurant industry has just had a really tough time. It's always been tough to have a small business, right? A locally owned business. Then you add the pandemic, you add staffing shortages, and Arnie's did mention that was one of the factors. But if I look at the place where my husband and I had our first date, not there anymore. The place we had our second date, not there anymore. Like, we have nothing. Like, these places have just closed. So the place where I have my fondest memories, because I always think of these restaurants, these small businesses as just they're part of our community, part of our family, kind of like Cheers. And so when I lived in Mobile, Alabama, my place was the Tiny Diney. It was called the Tiny Diney Diner, and they had the bumper sticker, "Get your hiney to the Tiny Diney." You know,
They did?
Fantastic.
they did. And so I would go there at least 4 times a week, and I would sit at the round table. And if you were by yourself, you could just sit there and meet other people and have some of their lemon icebox pie and some of their, because it's the South, cornbread.
Yes.
And it was just home. I knew all the servers and the people. They'd been there for years. And I want more of that.
I do too. And actually, I'm really sad about the Arnies in Mukilteo shutting down, because that was the place. Now, my parents, when I've convinced them to move up here, we found them a place in Mukilteo, and that was our celebration restaurant. So many anniversaries, so many birthdays, and when they were living, and it was, it's one of those spots where it has a gorgeous view. It is that, but you could see over the years it was just starting to kind of lose some of its luster, and then the pandemic certainly didn't help, like with so many other places too. And so that's one of those that it's kind of sad to see that go. Mm-hmm. And for me, it's not just restaurants, though. It's places like bowling alleys where we used to go and spend a lot, in my 20s and 30s, and we'd go have a good time. Anymore, it's hard to even find a bowling alley. That was one of the nice things going to Chelan. There's still a bowling alley there. Wow. Like if for anyone who goes to Lake Chelan, if Lakeview Drive-In goes away, then I'm done.